Alright guys, so to get started, we need to go to our desktop and create some folders and then start building our application. First of all, I am on window and my code editor is actually VS Code. So I'm going to open my VS Code and then I'm going to open the terminal. So to do that, I can do Control J, and then what I want to do, first of all, I want to create I don't know, I can create from here or I can create on my desktop. Let me just create from here. So make directory. So the directory, we call it main stack. Okay, this main stack. Right, the directory is here. So I want to see to the directory. So I can do cd main stack, and then within here we want to create two folders. But first of all, let's go to Chat GPT. We can use Chat GPT to speed up our development process. So I'm going to Chat GPT. So this here in Chat GPT, so we want to set up set up main stack app. First of all, set up main stack app, and for front end and for front end we want to use Vite and Tailwind CSS. All right. Okay, so let me just press that, and then we get some setups. Okay, so here you can see now create the main stack app. So cd to the app. Within the app, create two directory, create a front end and back end. So we have our app here ready. We have our main folder here. So we want to create another directory. This one, let's just call it server. I like to call it server. It makes sense. This is for back end. And then I also want to make another D. Make directory, and then also this one we call it let's call this client. This also makes sense. So if control ls to see what we have here. So this is what we have, but I want to go to server, cd server, and then ls is actually empty. We want to start from here, so I can open that with the VS Code. So I'm just going to type code and dot. So this will open VS Code. Client also, I can open a client, the same thing, and do cd dash back dash dot back, and then client and code dot open with the code. All right. So this is it. If you want to, we can close this one, but for now let me just go back to server. This is the server. We have nothing in this folder, this directory. So we want to initiate first of all our project. So if you go back to this one, we see now we need to run npm init. So I can copy this and then go run npm init. This is our server. So at meantime, I can close this one. Meantime, I can close this one. So I go back to our server, and it's a bit slow. Right. So the server npm run, sorry, npm init, and then -y. So this will initiate our project. Okay, our project is there already, but we don't have much there. So back to chat gpt. See, now we need to install mangoes, install code, .env, etc. Okay, so we need to install that. I can just copy the command to go for quick, because we have a lot to code there. So copy the command and then paste here. So run. This will install everything here. And then also we want to install the Mango node moon. So this should help us to speed up our development. So anytime we make change, this will help you that we don't have to keep restarting the server. Okay, that one done, and let's also install this one. But apart that, we have also I also have uh, some more stuff we need to install. For example, can also install and can do npm install Axio, Axios, and then install also Bitcrypt, Bit Bcrypt. Sorry, install Bcrypt is I have a bit long to a bit much to install, and then we also install Bcrypt, Bcrypt JS, and then install cause we already installed that. We can also do actually I've already installed most of this one, include Express. Let me just install this one, and then the rest one we will install it later. But we also remember we also want to JSON web token, so you can also install that. Um, you can do npm I, short for install helmet, and then install also JSON web token, JSON web token. What else? What else need to install here again? So I need to also to install Mongoose. Let me just expand this place a little bit. This is annoying when it's very small. Right. We also need to install Mongoose. So install Mongoose, and then install Morgan. Morgan. What else? All right. So this is it for now. We will install much more later. You can also install express rate limit. So you can do npm install express rate limit. What else needed to install? So this is it. But we can also install validator. So you can do npm install express npm install express validator, like so. All right, guys, so this is it for all we need. Let's wait for the installation. All right, so I can go to my JSON package to confirm the installations. This is what everything we have. So we need to make some changes here. First of all, you need to add start the start file. We don't, first of all, we don't have our main entry for our server. But what I would like to do before make change here, I have to go to our directory, our root menu root, and then create some files. So I have to create app.js. This is actually our entry file. No, no, this is actually our application where we are going to store, we are going to build everything from for the server in here. But the our entry file is going to be server.js. So in this guy here, this file, so what we want to do in the for the starting point or starting to start our server, we're not going to use index.js. Instead, we are going to use server.js. So I'll also change this one to server.js. But also for the dev, so dev, we also run the same command. Actually, for now is nothing. If I go back to our server, is actually nothing. So if I can clear this and then try to run npm run dev, is nothing. We're seeing nothing. So I can just console.log something here. The server is running. You see the server is running. So we have nothing in there, to be honest. So we have to start now. We have to start now setting up our server. So first of all, we have to bring in our express. So express is equal to require express, and then express set the app and bring the path session. We don't need this for now. Passport, we don't need this, and then mongoose. All right, and then what else do I need to do? Um, so what I want to do now, you want to, okay, let's just set the const. No, let's first of all set app that you use, go. Sorry, not that one. We are using Codinium on the bottom, my bottom right here. So sometimes confuse you when it's auto completing or suggesting the code to write. So you need to be careful when you are using it. All right, and then we also want to do app dot express, and then app dot use dot express dot json, and then we want to, for now, let's just export our app. Export app. So do app dot export. You want, because I want to use it in this one here. So from here I can do const app is equal to require app, and then also all right, this is it. But it's something else we need to do. We need to set our the port number. We haven't set it yet, so can do .mv. Can set port is equal to, can set to 5,000, because we have another server running on 5,000. So let's set 5,001. So we also need to set some few stuff here. We don't have the value yet, but we need to set Mongo. Set Mongo URI. Sorry, URI. We don't have the URL for that one yet. So also G JSON web token. We don't have it. We will set that later. And then base URL. So this is actually our base URL for local host or local development. Here we are just going to set URL is equal to HTTP, and then localhost. Localhost. All right. What else? I don't know what else do you need to set here. So PayPal, we don't have it. We will set PayPal later. PayPal client, uh, client ID, we don't have it. And then PayPal secret, we don't have it. So we will set this value later. All right. So from the server, what I want to do first is just to run the app, to see if our server is actually running. Set up the port. mm, Set the port. mm, So for that, we can do a const port is equal to express process. Sorry, process.env dot port, and then if it's not there, it's the variable is not there, we will set, or if it's empty, we will set to 5001, and then we will just console.log the server is running on the port number. All right, that's it. This is it for this app. Back here, we need to bring in I need also to bring the process env, so we can do require first of all, the core is not existing, it does not exist. You need to bring that. Let me see. All right, and then also I need to bring say require dot env configuration. So all right, now this all set, and then here, so what we can do now is you can now try to test our server. You see now our server is now running in a port 5001. So I can stop it and then try to run again. You see running, we don't have any issue. So this is good. Congratulations, guys. So next, front end. So we have now a client here, and this is actually here. So what I want to do, and go back to ChatGPT. This ChatGPT, where we have done all of this one, but we just have to set up our client. So for client is okay. Step 3: front end setup with Vite and Tailwind CSS. Create the Vite project. Navigate back to the main project folder. Then initiate the Vite app. Okay. So we want to navigate back to our mini project, and then our, if you see here, is there, it says that you are the create app, and then the name is front end. So we don't want to give that name unless you want to keep the name. But what I want to do, I want to show you all the options, so that instead I can go back to my users, where I have that users, and then user, where is our folder? Folder is here. So if this is what we have, so I can, and then we want to delete this one. Okay, now it's gone, so we don't have it anymore. But now I have to open again. So what I can do is I can come here and then open the menu folder where we are storing our boot application. So this is it. It's not here, sorry. So I have to do is go back and then just open it with VS Code. I have to open this one with VS Code. So open with the VS Code, show more options, open with VS Code. Okay, so now we have it here. So what I would like to do now is command line, Control J. Let me expand this a little bit. So back to our VS Code. So we want to copy this command, and then what I don't want to call this front end, but if you like, you can call it front end. What I would like to do is I can change here, let's say text, say work.txt, and then here I want to post this guy and then change this to client. Okay, I copy that command and then I'll go back to my terminal, and then I'll just paste this there. And then right now, so we are going to create a new Vite latest project. We call latest project or application called client. And then from there, we can now run. So cd to the client. Let's cd now to client. Cd to client. And then ls, this is what we have in here. So I can clear this. First of all, you see here we have to run npm install. So in here I can run npm install. So we can also go back to our chat GPT. You see, for example, here now we have to run npm install, and then we have some stuff to install here, including Tailwind CSS. Remember, we are going to use Tailwind CSS and Material UI. So I'm going to paste this one. So we're just going to wait for it to finish installing, and then we'll also have to install this one, npx Tailwind init, to init now our project, to create the config files, etc. The following one now is the Tailwind CSS. Add the Tailwind CSS directory to whatever to index.css. First of all, let's go back to our application to see. We're still installing. So, all right, guys, this may take a while, so I'll get back to you once the installation has finished. Okay, guys, the installation completed successfully. Now let's run the second command, which was after that, the second command was npx init. So go copy this one and then go back to our terminal, and then just paste this one. All right, back to chat GPT. We want to see next what we need to do. So here is our config file from Tailwind CSS, and then here now is we need to add this to index.js, sorry, index.css. So to do this, first of all, we have to open our application. We want to open our folder. So I can open with the VS Code, open our app with VS Code, and then this is it. I'm just going to expand this one. Let's close this one. So we're looking for index.js. So let's go to SAS, go the directory called src, and then we are looking for index.css, this index.css. So this is the entry, the main entry for CSS for styling. So in that one, we need now to post this one back to chat GPT. You see now in index.js, we need to add these guys here. We need to copy this one and then paste it in here. So what I'll do is I'm just going to paste this one top here. Okay, and then save. Right, for now we can let's go back to our VS Code. We want to see how much more we have to do. First of all, let's run npm install to install the rest of the stuff. Open the integrated terminal, so Control J to open, and then just paste this. And now we want to install everything. Everything actually looks the same, is up to date. So we can do npm run dev to start our application. Okay, application started successfully, so we can open this. Alt plus click to open it. Okay, this is now our application. There is actually nothing here. I'm just okay. So next we want to start now building our application. But before that, we have some packages, dependencies to install. So I have a long command to install. So I have so much commands to install, dependencies to install. So what I want to do is I'm just going to type it and then I will get back to you and then share with you the all the code, all the dependencies. Okay, guys, so this is it. We have a long command here to install. So we have so much to install here. So I will leave this the command online on the description below. Setup for this the setup of this course for you can just copy and then paste it. But we can also alternatively we can also go to Chat GPT and then paste this command here to ask to explain or this one. So this will save us much time to explain. So you can spend much time here to you can at least spend some time here to understand some of um, some of the dependencies here. So I don't have to explain all of them here. All right. So what I'm going to do, we're just going to our client and then I can stop the server and then I will just paste this one. So this is going to install all of these dependencies. This may take a while. So let's wait for it and I'll see you in a bit.